A local criminal defense attorney is now requesting a new trial after she claims her client did not receive a fair process due to a romantic relationship she alleges took place between the state's key witness and then investigative detective who is now East Cleveland Police Chief Kevin Lundy. I'm Remy Murray to explain.
If the state is hiding the fact that the detective and the state's main witness are engaged in a sexually exploitative relationship and they withhold that information from the defense, that's a conviction that lacks integrity and it can't stand.
This new development comes after Kimberly Kendall Corral said her client, Jerry Sims Jr., was convicted of aggravated murder in 2019 and was sentenced to 40.5 years to life in prison, which led her to file a 43-page post-conviction petition earlier this month. Corral alleges the state's key witness, who was then Jerry Sims' girlfriend, was subjected to sexually exploitative and physically abusive conduct by now East Cleveland Police Chief Kevin Lundy, who was then lead detective for the state during the homicide investigation and trial proceedings.
My client is convicted for a murder he did not do. Even if you look at the court documents, there was no physical, forensic, or scientific evidence. And there's nothing that links my client to the case except for this one witness's testimony.
The post-conviction petition even claims that the witness was induced to offer knowingly false testimony as the result of fear-based intimidation, undisclosed benefits offered by the detective, sexual exploitation, and other misconduct.
Essentially, after that first interview, Kenneth Lundy began a long con, inspiring her to be afraid. The defendant in the case, my client, was her boyfriend at the time. And based on her testimony, even at the time of the trial, she had never before had a reason to be afraid of him.
Meanwhile, in a statement from the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office, Communications Manager Lexi Bowers said, quote, "There is no allegation or indication that the prosecutors assigned to the case were aware of that relationship. When the office was made aware of the allegation earlier this month, an investigator immediately spoke with now Chief Lundy, who denied having any relationship with the witness before trial," end quote.
Mr. Sims, without question, is entitled to a new, fair, and constitutional trial. What happened here is unjustifiable, it's appalling, and the state knew or should have known.
We reached out to Lundy and the attorney representing the state's key witness, and they have yet to respond back to our request. In the meantime, the prosecutor's office is required to file a responsive brief to this petition by January 31st. For News 5, I'm Remy Murray reporting.